guys, I'm Brittany Jade and welcome back to my channel. So first off, I want to start by apologising for not uploading last week. Unfortunately, I was very unwell in hospital with a condition called diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA for short. Unfortunately, it is a very serious and life-threatening condition that type 1 diabetics like myself and many others get when we're very unwell with, like, say, stomach bug or just a cold and we're not eating and getting the insulin that we need. I will make a video later on down the track explaining my condition and my type 1 diabetes in more detail, but for now I will just leave a link in the description box below for you guys to have a read. So now that that's out of the way, I'm going to get on with today's video. So today's video is going to be a full face of makeup using a beauty blender challenge. I've never really used a beauty blender other than to blend out concealer or just very tiny little things, but other than that I generally don't use them. So I'm pretty excited to see how this turns out because I'm not very experienced in the beauty blender area. But on that note, let's get started. So to begin with, I'm going to be going in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. So I'm just going to get a little bit onto the end of my sponge and I'm just going to dot that around my face, I guess. So next I'm going to be going in with my usual foundation, which is the NARS She Glow foundation in medium 1. I'm pretty tan at the moment, so I'm hoping that this is dark enough. Let's pray. I feel like this is going to be very time consuming because I usually just apply my foundation with a brush, so I'm usually done pretty quickly. It doesn't usually take me long at all. So I'm going to go in with one more pump. Yeah, I just feel like it just absorbs the majority of the product because it hasn't even covered my cheeks and there's so much product on here. So I'm going to go in one more time and try and cover up this redness. It's just taking a lot longer than what I like. Okay, so next I'm just going to use my NARS Creamy Concealer in Medium Custard. And I'm going to use those on my under eye bags to try and conceal the fact that I haven't slept properly in a week. And just applying in the corners of my nose and a little pimple I have over here. And I'm nearly out of this. Sad reacts only. And once again I'm just going to blend that in with my beauty blender because I can't use anything else. That's worked out pretty okay so far. I mean, it's nice and even, but once again it's just taking me a lot longer than what I like. But I like learning, I like trying new things, so it's all good. So to highlight underneath my eyes, I'm going to be going in with the Sephora Bright Future Colour Correcting Concealer. And it is just this one right here. So it's a very pale pink colour and it is used for highlighting. So I'm just going to put some of that under here. And in the inner corners of my eyes. And just going to blend that in with my beauty blender. Now honestly, this hasn't gone that bad yet, but you know, I haven't used powder or bronzer or anything, so you never know. The shit might hit the fan a lot sooner than we think. So now that the foundation and concealer is all done, I'm going to go and try and set my foundation using a beauty blender, and I have never ever set my makeup with anything other than a brush. I've never baked, so this shall be fun. Guess that's the first time for everything, right? So I'm just taking the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder by Terry, which is the white translucent powder, and I've just put a little bit into the lid like that, and I'm just going to try and pick up a little bit on my beauty blender and try and set my makeup. But surely, how badly can this go? So I'm just mostly setting my T-zone because the primer I put on before I put my foundation on usually helps keep the oil away. It shouldn't be too bad. And I'm just going to set my eyelids. Not too bad, not too bad. It actually looks really, really nice. Like, really nice. Might have to use it more often. And I've just grabbed whatever was left in the lid and I'm just going to choke on it. And I'm just kind of just spread that around my face. Just wherever I think that I need it. So next I'm going to go ahead and try and apply some bronzer. So the bronzer I'll be using is the Hoola by Benefit, which is just this one right here. And I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to use the sharper point of the Beauty Blender. Try and blend that out. So I'm just going to try and just blend that out as gently as I can. Okay, that dark spot is a big pimple, so ignore that. It's actually really hard to get it out of this really tiny square pan with this big fat sponge. This isn't as disastrous as I thought it would be. It's actually turning out a lot nicer. Like a lot nicer than what I expected. And I'm just going to go down onto my jawline. And just kind of blend that into my hairline a little bit. So I'm just using, I guess, dabbing motions, just kind of hitting my face over and over again to try and get it to blend out smoothly, I guess. In which it hasn't turned out too bad. The only trouble I think is that you probably do lose a fair bit of pigment because there is so much on the sponge. So much that has stuck to it, unfortunately. So you do have to constantly keep diving into the pan to get more, which is what I dislike about beauty blenders. But then again, I think it's the same for brushes. So I don't know. Okay, so after beating up my face, I'm going to beat it up a bit more. I'm going to... What? I'm going to go in with the Nude by Nature blush and wish me luck with this. So I was going to take the bottom of my beauty blender and try and blend this onto my cheek. That looks promising. Or no. So once again, just beating up my face to try and get this shit to blend out. It's not doing too bad. This is the thing I'd be most worried about, I think, other than my eyebrows. Very worried about doing with the Beauty Blender, but I'm sure I will get there. Because this is honestly probably one of the first times I've ever used a Beauty Blender. And it's not doing too bad, other than this big blob of blush right here. I'm so excited that a challenge has finally worked out for me. So far, we're not finished yet. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. And I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones and try and, oh, whoa. It works well for putting on highlighter. I know that, because it literally just packs it on. I'm quite impressed. So I'm just going to put the remainder of the highlighter that's on the sponge onto the tip of my nose and to my brow bones. I'm super shocked about this. Why did I never use one before? Because it actually worked really well. No one told me. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to put my eyebrows on with a beauty blender. Shit. So first off, I'm going to comb my eyebrows just so I can get a shape that I like. So I'm just using the Australis Brows It Eyebrow Perfecting Kit, and I'm just going to use this light shade right here. And I'm just going to be using the tip of the Beauty Blender to try and put that through my slugs. I don't actually know if there's anything going on. They don't look any different. Like, there's product all over the tip of my Beauty Blender, but there's nothing on my eyebrows. It's good enough. They're like somewhat filled in. Not really, but oh well. So next I'm going to attempt to put on some eyeshadow with the tip of my beauty blender. So to begin with, I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to start off with this shade right here. So just going to get the tip of my beauty blender and try and blend this into the crease a little bit. I don't really know what I'm doing. Not too bad, not too bad. Now I'm just attempting to blend that same colour into my crease just to make my crease just that little bit darker. And just trying to blend that evenly all over my eyelid as well. So next colour I will be taking is maybe, say, this colour right here. And I'm going to try and blend that into my crease. Oh. I look like a nipple. Oh shit. Okay, can I get rid of some on my hand? That is a lot more red than what I thought. But oh well, I'll make do with what we've got. Okay, you see, this is what I was wanting. Not this bright red. So I'm just taking the tip and I'm gently trying to blend that into my crease. So I'm going to go back in with that first colour that I went in to begin with to try and tone down that red just a little bit. And I'm just using kind of like sweeping motions to try and blend that out. And I'm just going to try and blend the remainder of that onto my lower lash line. Okay, so the next part I'm going to use is the BH Cosmetics Essential Eyes 28 colour eyeshadow palette, which is just this one right here. And I'm going to take this shimmery colour right here and put that into the centre of my eyelid. So to finish off this look, I'm going to apply a couple coats of my Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Mascara, which is this one right here. So I'm just going to apply a couple of coats of this. And I'm just going to use the NYX Lingerie Lip Colour in Push Up, it is called. Pretty sure this is a matte actually. I love all the colours that NYX have in their matte lip range, but the only thing is they're extremely uncomfortable to wear and extremely drying. So I usually have to apply a lip balm underneath just so my lips don't feel so damn dry. But other than that, I love everything about them. Like how long they last and just the colours they have. They're just stunning. Oakley dokley guys, so this is a finished look using only a beauty blender for everything on my face. Now I'm absolutely shocked and amazed at how well this has turned out for me because challenges never really work out for me. But honestly, my makeup has turned out beautifully even though I've never really used a beauty blender in my life, and this challenge gave me every reason as to why I should be using them. So I'm super duper happy. So guys, if you enjoyed my video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Leave me some comments on what you'd like to see next, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!